What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, guys? Chronicles. Saga continues. Ranks again. Y'all know I'm doing like a Jordan Peterson's twin spin, featuring next Jordan Peterson right now. Like I say once again, man, this guy is very, very good at what he does. He's very controversial guy. You know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? He's passionate about what he's talking about. And yeah, he stand 10 toes, man. This here is him talking about, wage gap and equality with men and women, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got him on the morning show or something. But let's tap into it and see exactly what they're talking about. Is Jordan Peterson again. Let's go. See what they're talking about right here. Y'all know the process. Y'all already know the process. I got to get my shortcut keys lined up so I can just do the shortcut for this stuff real quick. All right, Jordan. Let's see. It's Jordan and who? Jordan Peterson. Whether men and women can never be equal. All right, here we go.
What does it mean to you?
Freedom.
Can you be more? Is it equality of opportunity? Is it equal pay across the board? Is it something more than that?
I think equality is better for everyone. I
Yep,
think,
okay.
I'm really delighted. I love my job because it's an optimistic and a hopeful job, which is about creating more choices for people. I'm interested in people being able to have different choices and having equality of outcome.
Aha, well, so you're going to have choices and equality of outcome. What if people choose different things, which is what they've been doing in Scandinavia? So the Scandinavian countries have moved more towards gender.
Yeah, equality equals equal choice. You got an equal chance to participate. It doesn't guarantee you the outcome. That's equality. You got an equal shot. You got an even shot. You got an equal chance. You got a chance to participate. You got an opportunity to get in the game. Now, whether or not you win the game, that's on you or your performance. That's based on it. But you don't get a chance to perform and get handed a free trophy. Now you gotta win the trophy. So let's see where they're going with this.
Equality than in the other countries. And the personality differences in Scandinavia have increased rather than decreased, and the proportion of women who are choosing STEM fields has decreased rather than increased. So as cultures become more gender neutral, the number of women who choose STEM fields decreases.
What do you mean by STEM fields?
So science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So if you let men and women make their choices, what actually happens is they specialize in different situations. And you don't get equality of
Could they
outcome.
not have been programmed to have those views from the moment we raise them and give boys Lego and construction?
No, because what happens is that as countries get more egalitarian, which means there's less programming of that sort, the differences get larger, not smaller. And the scientific data on that is clear, and most of it was generated by people who have a
Yo, this man is an archives of facts and research, man. I gotta shoot if I can scoop some of his headspace out and implant it in mine, get some of them facts and that. I gotta tighten up on my research and stuff, man. Your boy gotta tighten up, man. But Jordan deep on facts, man. He be bringing it, man. You gotta be real careful when you try to go at him, cause he'll take you there.
left-leaning bias, so you can't blame it on conservative scientists. It was a shock to everyone to find that out.
So
I think the difference between Jordan and me is that we look at evidence and we lean towards different theories. So Jordan's theory is very much evolutionary. That there are inherent differences in men and women. Mine is very much more social role theory, if you like, and that men and women are taking on different roles due to the expectations that society puts on them. And it's interesting that Jordan frequently cites Scandinavian countries where they've made more. Like, there's nowhere in the world that women are equal, but Scandinavia has made the most progress towards shared parenting, etc. That said, it's not done yet. There's nowhere in the world where this is done yet.
But it's having the opposite effect that the gender equality types predicted. Opposite, not the same. And it isn't a theory, it's actually data driven by tens of thousands of surveys and the best scientific literature on the topic. It's not a theory, and I didn't come about it because of my political perspective. I looked at the data. What it showed was that as countries become more egalitarian, the differences between men and women.
See what I'm saying? She talking, but she putting words in his mouth that she trying to make an assumption that he's basing his points on theory. He's like, no, I'm not. This is not theoretical. I'm basing what I'm saying on facts and data, or data. Either way you want to say it. Some say data, tomato, tomato. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, he's like, no, this is not a theoretical thought or a assumption. I'm telling you facts and research that the more countries get involved in this thing is the more separated getting with where women and men choosing, what they want to do. So let's continue.
Grow, they don't shrink.
So what I'm interested in is data and analysis as well, and I'm particularly interested in the ones presented, such as the ones by the University of Southern California, which discovered that change towards gender equality is actually being slowed by beliefs that are legitimizing social inequalities on the basis of sex. And I'm also interested, like Jordan, I look at the data and I look at the studies, and I'm really also very much interested in studies like the analysis that was done by the American Psychological Society, which looked at 45 analysis of whether there's sex difference over 20 years. And its conclusion was that men and women are basically alike in terms of personality, in terms of cognitive ability, in terms of leadership. But what it did find was that media depictions of men and women as fundamentally different perpetuate misconceptions, as does workplace bias.
Oh God, so it's my fault.
So, no, well, you're leaving soon. It's
men and women actually are more the same than they are different. But the issue is that small differences at the population level can turn into very large differences at the extreme. So, for example, men and women are broadly similar with regards to aggression, although men tilt a little bit more towards aggression. So that if you picked a random person out of the population, male and female, and you guessed that the male was more aggressive, you'd be right 60% of the time. But if you take the 1 in 100 most aggressive people, they're all male. And that's why the overwhelming proportion of people who are in prisons are male. Now, do you want to equalize that? Just out of curiosity? What about bricklayers? They're 99.
Yo, I could watch this man debate all day. Like I could watch him on a platform all day. The way he's not to be fucked with, man. He keeps it a whole being. He's like, and it's just this dry sense of, what I'm saying, his presence. You know what I mean? And you can tell he listens attentively. He pays attention to when somebody's speaking and what they're saying. You know what I mean? Ain't none of that shit going over his head. He listens to what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, nah, man, like, this dude Jordan, man.
9% male, and we've got about 3/4 of the population now in universities in the humanities and social sciences are female.
Yeah.
Are we going to equalize that? And men work longer hours. They work more dangerous jobs. They're more likely to move. They're more likely to work outside. They're more likely to participate in jobs in the STEM fields that are scalable. They make more money for those reasons. And that's all hidden under the idea that the reason that men and women make different amounts of money is because of their gender. It's a very simplistic analysis, and trying to
Michael, I was just going to say, quite simply, can you come back on that?
The host, he just leading in. The host, he want to see a showdown. He want to fight. He like, I'm just gonna stay back. Kate, you just go ahead and chime in there, dude. He want to see a Royal Rumble. The host, you know what I'm saying? What is his name? Is that Pierce? No, that's not Pierce. I don't know this guy's name, but yeah, he want to see them get into it. Yo. He want to see the gloves come off because he know Jordan be going, and you can't pull wool over his eyes with no nonsense, man. He be coming hard, but continue.
What I'm trying to equalise is opportunity and choice.
Fine,
And
let's
I-
equalise
and I-
choice.
and I think-
You
and I
agree on
think
that.
But we won't get equal outcome that way.
And I think that what happens then, nobody knows, because we've never done it yet.
We do know. We know what's happened in Scandinavia,
but it's not fully got there yet.
No, but it's going in the opposite direction that everyone predicted, and strongly.
I think one of the things I loved about Jordan's book, which
think-
I speed read last night, so forgive me, Jordan, I've not read
So
it.
what he's saying
But
is,
one of my favourite rules in Jordan's book is Rule 9, which says, assume the person you are listening to might know something you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that in a country where men outnumber women by 2 to 1 in Parliament, in local government, where women's voices are not equally represented in media, where our education systems still are teaching boys and girls ideas of pink and blue. What I'm trying to do is work with thousands of optimistic, hopeful people for change.
Okay. You kept very quiet through this, Michael. I'm going to make you put you under a bit of pressure. Do forgive me. I'm going to come to the cause in a moment. Your boss called the gender pay gap a burning injustice. Is it?
Yes, it is, because there should be inequality of opportunity. There needs to be the same rights. But you know, something that surprised me, that neither of you, and equality of outcome, sure, all of that. But the one thing both of you haven't mentioned is the biological difference, which unfortunately affects women's career prospects, whether we like it or not. Babies. And that does cause a problem. You know, if I were to take a sabbatical from a corporation for a while, it's going to set me back slightly. And it is a problem that biologically it's women who have babies, not men.
Sure, but that's why we are the Women's Equality Party is the only party in the UK that's got policies around shared parental leave. We're the only party that has got fully costed plans for universal free childcare. What we're saying is that
Yeah, she fighting an uphill battle with her analysis of equality, but who don't know by now better get hip to it, because we're not equal. Men and women are not equal. Yes, women are pushing for rights. They got a lot of rights. They have way more rights than they used to have from back in the day. Cool, it's all good. We all for it. You know what I'm saying? But we'll never be equal. We're different. We'll always be different. So equal rights, yeah, to some extent, because you know we really know that they don't want all the same rights that men have, because that would mean that they would have to get all the equal outcome as well, whether it's good or bad. And that's the problem. I think a lot of times it's like, women. I see the problem I see with this women rights and women stuff is that they want equal rights, but they don't want equal rights don't mean equal outcome. You know what I'm saying? You get an equal opportunity to perform the task, or whether or not you succeed in that task, that's up to you. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, that was a good little back and forth. And we already know, and I know Jordan was about to cook. Well, he already cooked half the video. But alright, man, I'm gonna let this one go, y'all. Chronicles Ranks. Catch y'all in the next one, alright? Peace.